Today I'm going to be installing these foot pegs from Motoes. These are their stainless steel version. They are 10 millimeters lower and 10 millimeters back. I'm 6'5", so I'm hoping that will give me a little bit more space on the bike. Could also drop some of the center of gravity as well. These things are super sharp, so I'm probably going to cut myself in the van when I'm loading it up, but hopefully my feet don't slip off. So we're going to get these installed. I've already removed the plastic frame guards to give me a little bit more space. Our first step here is going to be removing the old cotter pin. Now this came with new cotter pins. You don't ever want to reuse cotter pins if you don't have to. Something else you'll notice here is that this pin right here may seem like it's in here upside down. That's actually the factory way it goes in. So a little bit strange. The old ones on the previously to the 2023 generations and up, they went in from the top down, which is what makes sense because if your cotter pin fails, your pin is still in there for a little while at least. These ones, if your cotter pin fails, it's good luck. Don't want to lose our washer. When reinstalling, put your spring in the middle. Make sure that the spring is above this little lip on the frame. Position it into place and then push the spring down with your thumb, helping to center that up. And then you can wiggle the pin back into place. And if you need to, you can tap it from the bottom. Pretty easy stuff. Remember to put the washer back on. New cotter pin in. See how the long leg of the pin is facing me? We're gonna open up my pliers. You can also use channel locks for this as well. These are some slip joints. Grab it on the top and the bottom, squeeze it a little bit, and pull quickly. You get that nice tight squeeze on that. Okay. I just clean that up a little bit before I put it back in. Going back on, set the spring in the foot peg. The straight end goes towards the frame, goes on top of this lip right here. That's what helps it to return. The curved end goes over the edge of the foot peg. Position that in here. This one's the real reason why it's important for this to go in from the bottom instead of this direction. If you go in from the bottom, the kickstand rests on the head, which is great. If you go in from the top, the kickstand pushes on this piece right here, and your cotter pin will get sheared off. So I've seen that happen firsthand. Push down on the spring with your thumb like this. Pin goes in from the bottom. And there you have it. The Motoes Stainless Steel foot pegs are installed. As you can see, they sit a little bit lower and a little bit further back than stock, which is perfect for taller riders like myself. Being taller than the above average rider, I'm looking forward to the extra bit of room and slightly lower center of gravity. Wanted to do a post-ride review. I've got about 8 hours on these pegs. I've done 3 races on them. Immediately, I could tell I felt more comfortable on the bike. I know it's only 10 millimeters lower, 10 millimeters back, but as a tall guy, I feel like there's a lot more space on the bike. It made a really big difference to just spread out that rider triangle for me. A lot more comfortable there. Plus, I feel like I've got a lot more control over the bike just because there's a lot of grip on these. Nice wide platform, and those teeth are sharp. My only complaint is the cotter pins. And I think this is maybe a unique problem to having it 10 mil lower and also back, is because it's lower, the whole platform is a little bit below where the cotter pin is. So I do hit it with my boot a little bit more, and it may not be the same for all boots. It may not be the same for all riders. So I have noticed that on one side, I'm straightening out the cotter pin and I've had to bend it back. And on this other side, I've actually broken the cotter pin. So I do think they sent maybe a little bit light gauge of a cotter pin for that. So I am replacing it with a little bit heavier duty version. Hopefully that kind of takes care of it. But that's my only complaint, and that's really not against the pegs. That's just a little bit of a hardware issue. So something to keep an eye on for you guys. But overall, I really recommend these Motoes foot pegs. Really like them. They're like less than half of what a titanium set is. So I can't complain about them. They're pretty solid. Really like them. So if you found this video helpful, please hit like, remember to subscribe, and we'll see you later.